On today's Jayda InStitches show, we are going to do a quick fix for both crochet and spring. I thought we'd make these adorable little daisies. These make perfect appliques or stickers for your scrapbook or keychains or pretty much anything else you could think of. They're made out of crafter's cotton and a simple hook, so you don't need a whole lot of anything. This is a great scrap project. So let's head right on over to the craft table and get going. In order to make our daisy applique, I'm using Handcrafter cotton yarn. It's size 4, worsted weight, 4 ply. Make sure it's cotton. Cotton is probably the best thing to make your appliques out of, especially if you're going to be putting them on busy spots like purses or backpacks or jeans, back pockets, that sort of thing. So Handcrafter cotton, you don't need much, obviously. This is a scrap project. I'm using a 4.25 millimeter hook or a G6, and this is probably this is as small as you want to go if you're using a 4-ply worsted weight yarn. You can use a 4.5 or even a 5.0 millimeter hook if you like. Pair of scissors and a nice sturdy yarn needle is always good, especially when you're dealing with small, somewhat tighter stitches. So if you've got all of that, let's get started. We're going to start with the center, and starting in the center, we're going to make a cinch circle. If you have trouble with the cinch circle, I have a tutorial on that, and I will post that link in the comment box down below. We start by making a loop, take our hooks, go through our loop, grab our working yarn, bring up a little loop on your hook, wrap your yarn, and chain 1. And that locks your cinch circle into place. Into this cinch circle, we're going to work 8 single crochets. And if you've got problems with single crochet, I also have a single crochet tutorial, and I will post that in the comment box down below. 8 single crochets. 4, 8. Once you've got your 8, make sure you count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Grab your little string and pull it tight. That cinches your circle together, and we are going to slip stitch into the first stitch that we made. So you just insert your hook, wrap your yarn, and pull it back through everything to join and close the circle. So now you have a nice flower center. That's all we need the yellow for. So you can snip your yarn and just grab that little tail and pull it back through the loop on your hook all the way, and just give it a nice tight tug, and that's that. Now if you want to be neat and tidy about it, you can weave in all your ends. Alright, once you've taken care of the ends and woven them into the back. You don't have to do this up front, but I like to because it kind of makes things neater and easier to see as you move. Now we're going to make the little petals, and there are 8 petals, and if you wanted to make this with more petals, you'd need to put more single crochet into your cinch circle, but we've got 8 single crochet. We're going to do 8 petals, so that means there's 1 petal for each of these 8 stitches around our center. So we take our white yarn. We're going to join with a slip stitch. So we're going to begin by making a slip knot. And this is sort of like the cinch circle, except that when you bring up a loop on your hook, you just tug those other 2 ends. Make sure it's not too tight. And then just pick any old stitch along the center of your daisy and wrap your yarn and pull it back through the loop that was on your hook. That's joining with a slip stitch. Now we're going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's a chain of 6 attached to our center piece. You're going to skip the first stitch, skip the second stitch, these 2 chains, the first 2 from your hook, you're going to skip them both, and you're going to half double crochet into the third. Half double crochet is you wrap your yarn around your hook, insert your hook into that stitch or that chain, pull up a loop, wrap, So you have three loops on your hook here. Wrap and then pull through all three. It's a half double crochet. And I've got a half double crochet tutorial too that you can try out. I'll post that in the description box below as well in case you need it. You're going to half double crochet into the next two. So you've half double crocheted once, you half double crochet into the next two, and then you've got one chain left on your chain 6. You're going to single crochet. So single crochet just like we did around the center. And then that brings you back to your flower center. Identify the next stitch along the center of your flower, and you're going to slip stitch into that stitch. There you go. Now you're going to repeat. Chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip the first 2 chains, half double crochet into the third one, half double crochet into the next 2, and into the last chain, single crochet. There we go. And you're going to identify the next stitch along the center of your heart. I should say the center of your flower. Guess what I've got on my mind. And you're going to slip stitch. There, now you've made 2 petals. It's the same process, repeated, so we'll do it again. You chain 6 to begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now remember, cotton is not like acrylic. It's not going to flow as smoothly. So if you feel like you're kind of jittering around or if things are grabbing a bit, that's normal because cotton isn't as smooth as acrylic or silk or bamboo or some of the other ones out there. So just be patient with yourself. You've got your chain of 6. Skip the first 2 chains, half double crochet into the third one, half double crochet into the next 2, and then single crochet into the last one. Identify the next stitch and enter your hook and slip stitch. You are going to repeat this all the way around for a total of 8 petals. And remember, you've got a knot off area here on the where you closed off your row. So don't be confused by that, what some of us call a false stitch. Keep counting. You've got 3 petals made. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 looks like left, and you want to have a total of 8. So you've already about to start your 4th one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you know that these 1, 2, 3, 4 are the other stitches you want to work. So just skip that funny little one there because that's from the knot off. And don't worry, it won't show. Remember to skip the first 2 chains, half double crochet into the third one, and the next 2, and single crochet into the last stitch. Skip that false one, or whenever you get to it, pick the next real single crochet and slip stitch into that. And you can just continue this pattern all the way around until you've got 8 petals. Once you've finished your 8 petals, you're going to slip stitch back into that first stitch that you joined your white yarn in. So you're just going to put your hook in there, slip stitch to close that row, snip your yarn, and pull it through that loop that's on your hook. Give it a nice tight tug, and then you can weave in all your ends. And that's what I like my yarn needle for. There. And that's how you crochet a simple cotton daisy. So, a couple of cotton crochet daisies. That's it for today, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you again really, really soon for another Jayda InStitches tutorial, or a quick tip, or a quick fix, or whatever else we might dig up in the craft room. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will see you again very shortly. And don't forget to join us on Facebook if you haven't already at Jayda InStitches. Bye everybody!